This week on the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast, we bring you a famous MTA conductor, Shakespeare in the Park, Shaq gets an invite, Flav gets a new show, and we get new music from a couple of friends of the show. What else? Let's listen.
It's not just any day. It's Mr. Throwback Thursday.
All you kids want to get on and shit.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
I'll be damned. At the count of three, I want y'all to tell me the name of my DJ.
1, 2, 3. And now, here's your hosts, Bill Winters and Mr. Throwback Thursday himself, Jamie Robinson.
Once again, back is the incredible. You're two idiots.
Yes.
Welcome to Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode
Abnormal.
530. Abnormal, yes. Episode 530 coming at us this week. How you two favorite idiots? As I said, Bill up in New York, Jamie down in Virginia. How you doing, my friend?
I am well. I'm behind. Not because of you. I'm also behind this morning. Like I logged in 5 minutes before we were supposed to be live, scrambling because I was waiting on my coffee.
Yes.
And I come down here, boom, jump on. It's nothing. I felt like salt and pepper. It was actually Herbie said, "Pow, bang, boom." Nothing. So we're running a little late this morning.
Yeah, I got that too. When I told you, I turned everything on and computer was like, updates. And you watch that little white circle of death just spin and you're watching the count up.
We'll get you. We'll get
36%. 37%. And I'm like, oh, good Lord, get to 100 quick. And then thankfully, then the best part was I get a phone call from you right as I'm hitting the enter studio button. You're like, where are you? I said, here I is. I went all buckwheat on you. Here I is.
So not a Bushwick bill, but we got a buckwheat bill this week.
Well, at least I got, Bushwick had one eye. I have four.
Yes.
Mr. Throwback Thursday episode
My man 3B, he got 4 eyes.
Your standard lineup of items that we usually have. We have hip hop headlines this week. We have some woo news this week. We have a one and done and a record of the week that I had no knowledge of either of them.
And what did I tell you? Don't
Neither
worry,
did you.
I didn't either. It's one of those things. I was listening to something. I don't remember. I was listening to BDP one day. No, I was listening to something, and you know how the rabbit hole goes when I start searching for one and dones, and I found something that I thought was a one and done, but turned out they had I think 3 records, and I went, well, okay, that's I guess a record of the week. I will warn you all, it's not great, but it's different, and that's I want to put something different out there every once in a while.
Yes, because there are many different things in hip hop, and we try to cover all of them. So
up to 99 or so at least.
Yeah, somewhere around there. But the old and the new, I'm very excited about.
Yeah,
so we'll get to
another
that.
one that I just stumbled on. Didn't know it existed. It came out Friday,
and then we will talk within hip hop headlines about the collaboration.
Well, of course, and how it happened. Yes.
So that's kind of a cool thing. I will remind you, it's our last week for this artist of the month.
Yes.
So we got to start thinking about a new artist of the month for April of 2024. Oh, I was looking in my memories this morning.
Yes.
This week is 2 years since the introduction of the legendary Kevin Van Buren.
Shout out to KVB.
KVB and Cranky and everybody associated with the legend of Kevin Van Buren. So
and some strange off-cuff reference that continues to live.
I really still don't have any idea how that happened. And then all of a sudden it's just, and now Kevin Van Buren is a patron.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, he's like
Jesse Jackson. He's out there keeping hope alive.
he's like Tuttle in MASH, the guy who never existed, but everybody knows.
He's the gooch.
The gooch. Arnold Drummond's nemesis. Always comes back to Arnold Drummond with you.
It does.
Oh, before we get going, what is the deal with an animated version of Good Times?
I don't know, but one, I'm watching it, and two, they better not fuck it up. Jay Farrow is involved as a voice,
so it should be okay.
Yeah, it's worrying me because I'm afraid it's going to be okay. This is going to sound strange. I'm afraid that they're going to try to make it a joke.
Yeah,
not a comedy, but a parody of itself. Almost. Good Times is one of my favorite shows, and Good Times, while it was a comedy, it was also a drama, and it was a show with a lot of heart. And if they keep that in the animated series, I mean, I understand it's an animated series; it's going to be different, but. I mean, I don't want them just poking fun at the characters.
Yeah, it's going to be
the situation they were in.
JJ Walker, Dynamite all the time.
And I'm thinking maybe that's who Jay Farrow is going to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
hanging with child line.
All right. So with that being said, we've got all of this stuff on the menu. Let's get the waiter in here and start serving. Would you please be so kind to hit me with a little of that Triple H and we can get started?
Yay, yay.
To the hip, dip, the hop, you don't stop, don't stop. Got some flex with the real hip hop, hip hop. To the hip, dip, the hop, you don't quit, don't quit. Got some flex and we came to rip shit, rip shit. To the hip, dip, the hop, you don't stop, don't stop. Got some flex with the real hip hop, hip hop. To the hip, dip, the hop, you don't quit, don't quit.
This is Hip Hop Headlines brought to you by Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Well, get on it. It's your turn.
It is my turn, and we're going to start with a story that you sent to me.
Yeah.
And
it's I don't often send you articles about the New York City Transit Authority and things that happen on the trains.
No. But we were listening to That's the Sound of the Men Living on the Train.
We did.
On the chain.
On the chain. Yeah.
That's how we're living on the subway trains. Come on.
The shine head hanging on a strap.
Dude, that record is so good to me.
All strap hangers.
So the New York Post reports on...
Mind you, this was a bunch of different places, but I figured I'd take it to your home paper there.
There was a shooting in the New York City subways earlier this week.
No way.
Yeah, I know. An unhinged passenger, the conductor of a train.
That's how you know it's a New York Post article. Yeah, they're right out the back calling somebody unhinged.
Conductor of a packed Brooklyn train on the New York City MTA subway system said he no longer feels safe on his job. Fred Reeves, who is 58 years old, says he can't escape imaging. Yes, I'm wearing two hats because of later on when we do Bill to Phil.
Yes.
So it just makes it easier. Yes, I always wear two hats when I do that. Plus, I got a big head.
Yes.
So this guy, Fred Reeves, 58 years old, he says he's shell-shocked. His nerves are just going through the roof. Now,
is he going to sue somebody?
He's looking for hundreds.
So you put them in his pocket.
And the reason I say that is because Fred Reeves is the real name of Doc Ice from UTFO and Houdini.
The Mike Stalker.
And
friend of the show, Doc Ice.
We didn't know he was working for the MTA.
No. You know, there's a lot of this. I know when people now cannot picture the people they're listening to having a regular job. You know, but the people we grew up listening to, they don't make music as much anymore, if at all.
Yep.
They still need to live. So, you know, Haas G is an electrician.
he was actively involved in this incident.
It's not like he was just the conductor who was there.
Yeah, and it's not like he was on a separate train going, oh, I heard about what happened with Joe Schmo.
Right.
Or, Joe Shit the Rag Man.
Exactly. Yes, I also work for the Transit Authority, and I saw that happened. Yes.
So this shooting thing happened. Apparently, it started as a fight between and Doc Ice says, I'm thinking it's a fight because we have fights on the trains.
Right.
And then, riders on the train race towards Doc Ice and motion to the emergency brake. Doc Ice, Fred Reeves, partly opened the hatch. He goes, I'm thinking it was a fight. They wanted to pull the emergency brake. I said, don't pull it. If you pull that valve, we'll be stuck in the station. So he told riders to remain calm, not to pull the brake since cops would be at the station. He says, I closed the door. I'm talking to my supervisors, we need police and emergency services.
Call the police.
I'm thinking it was call the police.
Yes.
I'm thinking it was a fight, and then he heard the gunshots. He goes, you just hear bow, bow, bow. And man, I ducked and dipped to the other side. I opened the doors. People flooded out, screaming and crying. I see the guys on the floor.
Yeah.
Cops responded to the scene with their guns drawn, of course.
Well, I hope so. Hero cops.
Hero cops, according to the New York Post. I guess Doc Ice been a subway conductor since 2018.
Yeah.
So
that is that before or after he was on Good Morning America with the rapping Corey Feldman?
I think it was before. He said you can see fear on the riders' faces.
Well, yeah, gunshots ring out in the subway. People get scared.
Yeah,
especially when the person is unhinged.
And Reeves is a married father of 6. He says he no longer feels safe on the job. He goes, bullets don't have no name, and this ain't no bulletproof cab. So I got to duck down and hope that the person's not shooting anywhere. You don't know what the situation is. They could have just been shooting at anybody. He tried to stay as low as possible while guiding the train into the station. He goes, it's not a safe place, especially for get low.
Especially saves lives, baby.
Yes. And protect your neck. See, hip hop does save lives.
Indeed.
So Reeves wants to see more cops in the subways. He goes, maybe if they would patrol the train for the whole duration, that might bring a lot more safety to us as conductors and passengers. But, when people see cops, especially in numbers, they think before they act, even if they may have a weapon. And he says he doesn't know when he'll be back on the job. He goes, I'm not sure because this situation reoccurs in my head constantly. Recalling a little girl who wanted inside his cab during the moment of the shooting. He goes, there's just this burning image of this little girl in his head. So,
well, yeah, that is called PTSD.
Yeah. But I mean, it's bad enough that he went through what he went through, but how did we not know that Doc Ice was a conductor of a train after all this time? So I guess we learned something there. Our next article.
One teach one. We teach each other on this one.
Yes.
Good morning,
hello, Ken. Next article, Shakespearean twist.
Yes, and don't believe Nipsey's here, but he may be and just hasn't spoken.
Now, we've had the hip hop nutcracker for years.
And I've seen that performance. Curtis Blow is still out there doing it. Rev Run and Twitch did a version for Disney.
For Disney Plus, yes. Yeah. The late Twitch, yes. Which still kind of boggles my mind that he's gone.
Yeah.
This article comes to us from our friends at Yahoo.
Yes.
They don't even do that anymore.
It doesn't matter. They don't make real hip hop anymore either, but we're still here.
Yeah, that's true. According to Yahoo News in the UK, by the way.
Yes. You're lucky I don't have you do like a dial-up modem sound every time we get news from AOL.com.
Oh my God. I don't even know if I could do that. A modern twist of Romeo and Juliet set in South London. It's a hip hop remake of Romeo and Juliet, but it's at the Polka Theater in Broadway, Wimbledon. This is just too much for my head to put together.
See Weird Al bringing people into the show. I don't know.
Yes. Romeo and Juliet being retold through a series of raps, rhythms, and harmonies by Conrad Murray and Lakeisha Lynch Stevens from the hip hop theater group Beats and Elements.
And accordion in the background.
Polka Theater will tour the show to 12 schools across South London as part of a new pilot scheme between March 20th and March 28th. So they're halfway through right now.
There you go. Lion said he didn't know Doc Ice worked as a conductor, and he is Mr. UTFO.
See, there you go.
Somebody find out what Mixmaster Ice is doing. I know he's working on Sirius XM every once in a while, but
yes. So back to Romeo and Juliet. Sorry. That's all good.
It's Lion's fault.
It's set in South London. We've mentioned that roads that are in Merton and South Wimbledon in the show. This is pitching and production of the performance began back in August of 2023. Rehearsals kicked off toward the end of January. They performed the play in 60 minutes. So you get the entire Romeo and Juliet story in 60 minutes.
Well, you can really tell that story in 60 minutes. It's not that complicated of a story.
Yeah. We cut out the nurse, but we kind of put some of that energy into Paris. It says we made some of the speeches shorter, but just as poetic.
That's about how long they knew each other, wasn't it? Like 60 minutes?
Well, the families, I guess, knew each other for a while. Yes,
but Romeo and Juliet, they were teenagers who fell in love. And I think the whole story takes place over like 3 days.
Over like 3 days, yeah. So interesting way of I'd be very interested to see if there's like YouTube video or any of this.
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be because people always record things illegally and post them.
Find out about that.
Yes, we're looking for the hip hop version of Romeo and Juliet from the Polka Theater. Like I said, just enough to make your head hurt.
See?
There you go.
And it's just that easy.
Yep. Hip hop and the White House is our next article.
This is 2 times.
So
last week, Fat Joe was in the White House.
Yes, but this is an actual Hulu original documentary that's coming out. Hulu and Anscape, and this comes to us from Rock the Bells, by the way. Hulu and Anscape are set to release Hip Hop and the White House next month. A documentary which examines the relationship between hip hop and U.S. presidential policies. It's going to air April 22nd. Is narrated by Jeezy.
It is part of Anscape's documentary anthology series intended to explore the influence of Black culture on American society. Jason Idu, who is the VP and head of Anscape, says we're energized. I do. Okay.
You do? We do. We are energized by the incredible storytellers working today. We're thrilled to use our platform to spotlight the work of Black creators. I've actually seen like ads for this coming up on Hulu, but I hadn't really looked into it because I know it's basically a month away.
Right.
I figured I'd pay more attention to it when it got closer, but now there's an article that tells us about it.
Yes, so this is us letting everybody else know what you already knew because you were watching Hulu and maybe they weren't.
Because I cut the cord on cable a long time ago. I watch Hulu for just about everything. Hip Hop in the White House features interviews with KRS-One, Davey D.
Have you seen a name Davey?
I have not seen Davey. We haven't talked about Davey in a while. Have you seen Davey? Common, YG, Roxanne Shante, Professor Bun B, and Newark Mayor Raz J. Baraka, who apparently came back from Mortal Kombat.
Where is he from?
Newark, which is in...
And whenever I smell cheap cologne and raccoons, I know I'm in New Jersey.
Okay.
Writer and director Jesse Washington says, we feel this is the perfect time to discuss how hip-hop has influenced presidential politics and to ask what we can expect from the culture in this upcoming election season. And I'm telling you, it's been very big lately with both candidates trying to curry favor with the black voting community. So much so that there have been AI released photos of Donald Trump interacting with African Americans. There was one of him praying in a church, and I saw it, and there's a caption on it. It says, "Please don't let anybody think this is an AI generated photo because I have 6 fingers on both hands."
Yeah.
And I looked and I counted. I'm like, this motherfucker's got 6 fingers on both hands in this photo. So AI is really smart, but it's really stupid sometimes too.
Well, that's because you have to, I don't want to say enhance. You have to play with it. If you just tell it to make you an image, it can do that. Then it's up to the human element to correct the AI's interpretation. Because you can tell it, "Oh, dummy, you gave him 6 fingers. Fix it."
And AI goes, "My bad."
Yep. You wanted
Next
8 fingers. Gotcha.
We wanted sticky fingers.
Yes. Because if you got 10 of them.
Next article, who gives a...
Yeah. So we tend to throw that whole phrase here a lot because there's a lot of Grammy related stuff.
Oh, that's fantastic. If AI won't do something, ask it how to word your request so that it will. So tell me what you want me to do.
Who are you, Tevin Campbell?
God, no. AI is like my wife. If I don't do it right, tell me how you want it done.
Yes.
That's it's funny. Ms. Lauryn Hill, apparently that's how her name is stylized.
Yes, that
now.
is it. That is her stage name.
Ms. Lauryn Hill and De La Soul will be honored over 25 years after their classic albums impacted hip-hop culture. This comes to us from Jammin' 95.7 at JAMNN57.iHeart.
Yes. So it's an iHeart radio station, as
It is.
many radio stations are.
But I'm not
You
sure.
can also listen to us on iHeart Radio if you would like. By
Yeah,
the way.
we are on there. Absolutely. On Wednesday, March 20th, the Recording Academy revealed its plan to induct Ms. Lauryn Hill's debut album, a one and done, by the way, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill from 1998, and the rap trio De La Soul's first studio LP, 3 Feet High and Rising. Into the Who Gives a Fuck About a Goddamn Grammy Hall of Fame this year.
El Boogie was supposed to go in 3 years ago, but she's just getting around to it now.
The aforementioned albums will be included alongside other classic albums, such as Guns N' Roses' 1987 album Appetite for Destruction and Donna Summer's 1977 album I Feel Love. And it's the first time any of these artists have been inducted.
How many? I guess it's per album.
Yeah.
I was going to say, how many times can you get inducted into a Hall of Fame?
Yeah, these are the albums, I guess, are inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame.
Right.
As opposed to individual people. We're proud to unveil the diverse mix of recordings entering the Who Gives a Fuck About a Goddamn Grammy Hall of Fame in its 50th year. 50th year, just like hip hop celebrated 50 years last year. Go figure that. That's why there's 2 of them going in.
Yes.
The music showcased here has played a pivotal role in shaping our cultural landscape. It's a true honor to recognize these albums and recordings, along with the profound influence each has had on music and beyond. Because nothing says profound influence more so than We've Been Dancing with Mr. Brownstone, which actually was my favorite track off Appetite for Destruction. So grateful to see this
that
album.
one. I also like Night Train.
Night Train was good too.
I like Flavor Flav's version better, but
Ms. Lauryn Hill said in a celebratory Instagram post, grateful to see this album continues to receive love and acknowledgement. Thank you. Who gives a fuck about a goddamn Grammy Hall of Fame? And then in parentheses, just don't let white people listen to it.
That's right. I would prefer it if they did not.
Other recordings that will be inducted include the Buena Vista Social Club.
Not the Timex one.
Charlie Pride.
Nice.
I like Charlie Pride.
Well,
I grew up, remember what I grew up on. Wanda Jackson. Kid Ory's Creole Orchestra. The Doobie Brothers. I'm Roger Thomas. Which Doobie you be? I mean, I'm going to jail for a long time, and all I got to show for it is a tape of a fat kid eating popcorn.
I was listening to the Doobies the other day because I had Yacht Rock Radio on.
Dude, the Doobies are one of those bands that when they come on, I never turn them off.
Yeah.
But I don't think I own any Doobie Brothers.
It is the power of Michael McDonald. Yep. And I also commented on him, not that it matters for this show, but saying I've listened to Michael McDonald for like 40 years. I still don't know what he says outside of his choruses.
Yeah. It's very tough.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad that Apple Music has the lyrics now. Or you can go to
Genius.
Whatever. Yeah, Genius has the lyrics for everything. And even Genius, when you get to a Michael McDonald song, just types in there in parentheses, we don't know what the fuck he's saying.
You know, my picture stares James Evansley.
Yes.
This one be sings Michael McDonald Lee.
We need to make that. I just started watching Justin Timberlake on TikTok doing, as Lion says, you got to hear Justin Timberlake do his impression of Michael McDonald. I'm sure. You know who else does a good one? Dave Draymond.
I can see that with the
Draymond
picture or the timbre of his voice. I could see him being able to.
Draymond warms up to Doobie Brothers sometimes. Nice. I've seen that too. But yeah, it's really funny. I love the Doobies. I love Michael McDonald's voice, but I agree with you. He's very much like Natalie Merchant for me. Outside of the chorus, I can't understand a whole lot of what's going on in the songs.
Yeah,
but
sometimes I need the music. Sometimes I need the lyrics. When you listen to Michael McDonald, his lyrics are the music.
Yes.
And then he does lyrics.
So the induction ceremony for these records going down on Tuesday, May 21st at the Novo Theater in Los Angeles. Congratulations. I guess this 10 new additions, the Grammy Hall of Fame.
I only know one new addition. Well, 2 if you bring in Johnny Gill's version, but
yeah. With the 10 new additions for this year into the Hall of Fame, the who gives a fuck about a goddamn Grammy Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Now has 1,152 inducted recordings.
That's crazy. Because this is the first time I'm actually hearing about them doing this. At
what point does a Hall of Fame become a Hall of pretty good?
Well,
when you get to 1,100 recordings?
Look at the Rock Hall.
Yeah. Or that's why there's such a big thing about the Baseball Hall of Fame every year. It's like, if we induct this guy, then it becomes the Hall of pretty good.
Right.
So I guess it's, it's one of those things they use. Okay.
There you go.
And there's our Lion UTFO knowledge for the day.
But didn't even know that Doc Ice worked for the MTA.
MTA, wasn't he one of the Beastie Boys?
He was. He's in that knockoff Beastie Boy cover band. MTA, get on the tracks, my man.
MCA was on some tracks.
Yes.
And so was the MTA.
That's right.
Oh, man, this making my head hurt. I need more coffee. Next article, Light and Kane.
Yes.
The friendship that we didn't know existed, that we didn't know we needed.
Yeah.
Which leads to a collaboration that we didn't know we needed. And now that we have it, we're wondering why it didn't happen earlier.
Yeah, this is, as we record 2 days ago, this happened. Well, it released, not that it was recorded.
AllHipHop.com reports MC Light, who we've always said belongs. We've always said belongs on the Mount Rushmore of hip hop, not just of female MCs, but of MCs altogether. MC Light,
and many would put her up there with Big Daddy Kane.
Absolutely. Fellow hip hop legends Big Daddy Kane and Salt of Salt and Pepper for a new single called Woman, produced by Warren Campbell. Also assisted by Raheem Devon. She talked about the song's creation in a new interview, and she says Big Daddy Kane and Raheem Devon, who does the hook, were in town in LA and we're all friends. So I'm talking to Kane. I'm like, where are you? He said, oh, I'm here. I'm like, come by the studio.
Yeah, and didn't she say it's like nowhere near anything? So like, you have to be intentional about going to this place.
Yeah, that's what she says. She says Warren's studio isn't close. You got to kind of go all the way out to get to the studio. So you really mean to be there. You have to be intentional about it.
Yes.
We're able to get in the studio, listen to a couple of tracks. We did 2 other songs as well. MC Light praised Campbell, a Grammy Award-winning producer, who gives a fuck about a goddamn Grammy, for being the perfect collaborator for this stage of career. The two bonded after the death of Heavy D. Warren and I formed a brother-sister relationship once Heavy passed. Heavy was sort of our connection, and whenever I would visit Heavy in the studio, who else would be there? Warren. And then also Warren was on the A&R team at Elektra East West when I was with a major record label.
Not Warren Cucurulo.
No. And she's also a member of his church, the California Worship Center. She says being in a studio with him has been such an invigorating process because the only thing that's necessary for me to bring to the table is truth. And I don't have to put on airs. I'm not the same girl who rapped Roughneck. And so I don't like going into the studio with producers who expect the same of me, which can sort of keep you in this cycle of trying to do something that was. So it's a pleasure to work with him in the studio. So Woman dropped on Friday, the 22nd.
It did.
The anthem was celebrating Women's History Month.
Well, that would be a good time to release it then.
And who knows? We may perhaps have something about this song a little bit later.
One never knows. That's one.
Well, now they do. Because
we kind of.
I said, and we said we have an old to the new from friends of the show.
But they don't know which friends.
We have a lot of friends. Yes.
We do. Oh, speaking of, remember I mentioned earlier that Haas G is an electrician?
Yes.
It's actually his birthday today as we record.
Oh, happy birthday to Haas G.
Just an aside.
So he's an electrician, but yet the Doc Ice news was shocking.
Yeah. He's still a producer, too. He's still out there making music and hanging out with Cool Kim on occasion.
Oh, Jesus. You did this to me on purpose, didn't you? Next article, brain knowledgeably whizzy.
Yes. It's a legitimate reason to do it, too.
And it comes to us from,
you can put
once
that
again,
and you don't know what you said book.
Oh, I know I said this already. Yahoo!
Yes.
Except this is the finance section of Yahoo.
Because, of course, that's where it comes from.
William Drayton, 65 years old.
Yes.
Professionally known as Flavor Flav.
I thought he was professionally known as King Swifty.
It's subtitled King Swifty.
Yes.
Has announced that he's going back to high school to earn his diploma.
So he's like rapping Rodney?
Yes. Following his success with legendary hip-hop group Public Enemy, Flav, of course, gained even more fame on television.
Yeah.
With The Surreal Life and Strange
infamy
Love
on television, I believe.
Flavor of Love and
but all that stuff is not when he was clean and sober like this one is.
Mm-hmm. 2 decades later, Flav's making his way back to reality TV. However, this go-around isn't to find love. It's to cross off an educational milestone. He has an upcoming show focusing on him earning his high school diploma.
High school?
And this came through an interview with TMZ.
I've seen this one play before. It's called Billy Madison.
Yes. Except Billy Madison. If Flav starts seeing penguins, then we
Veronica Vaughn.
Want to touch the hiney? He says, I'm going back to high school to get my diploma, G. He didn't say it that way.
He did not.
That's what my show is going to be about. Flavor Flav goes back to high school.
Flavor Flav, who is still a dream guest for this show, Lion, in case you want to talk to somebody and they'll tell 2 friends and they'll tell 2 friends.
He says, and I'm getting it for real, not a GED, bro. I want my diploma. Well, Flav is, and let me tell you something. I know people who have GEDs. The test for a GED is no fucking joke, man.
No, I believe that. So if you're going to do it and you have the ability and the time to actually get your high school diploma at this stage of the game, go for it.
So he says
Lion has a GED and he's very Columbia.
Yes. He's okay.
He's okay.
My mother-in-law had a GED and
yeah,
you know,
we're
she
definitely
was-
not speaking out against GEDs.
No, absolutely not. It is a hard
It's a
fucking
general
test
education
to
of
pass.
decency.
It is thank to you for actually pointing out what it stands for, because I'm so sick
That's not what it stands for.
of people saying what their version of GED stands for.
Yes.
So I especially when I found out my mother-in-law had worked really, really hard to obtain hers, because she dropped out very early so she could work
Yeah,
and help her
it's
family, which a
it's-
lot of them did back
Yeah. It's a general education development test.
Give me
I believe.
edibles, damn it all. I don't think that's what it stands for. You might need to retake that
She's got
test.
a GED. That's a general education on decency.
Now, I've heard people say it's a good enough diploma, and I'm
Yes.
like, oh, that one hurts. That's like me telling the LPNs that, you know, the difference between an LPN and an RN.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard this joke before. RN stands for real nurse, and LPN stands for like a pretend nurse.
Yep.
And I was like, I know some LPNs who are so much better than the RNs that I've worked with. And I know nurses that are so much smarter than the doctors I've worked with. So, and Flav says he knows that high school has changed. He goes, but if I want that diploma, it's something I got no choice but to adapt to. It's been over a decade in the making, apparently. In 2011, ABC 13 in Houston, Texas reported that Flav, who dropped out of high school in 10th grade, pitched the idea for the show to a high school in Iowa. In an interview with Believer magazine,
Anybody in Iowa will accept being on television.
especially Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
In an interview with Believer magazine, that girl can play.
Yeah.
She's a baller. In an interview with
She
Believer
also a shot
magazine,
caller.
sure.
Yeah.
In 2023, Flavor Flav recalled getting into trouble in high school, which eventually led him to drop out. He says it was because I was the Dennis the Menace of the society, not just of the school, but of the society. I ain't going to lie. I was a very mischievous kid, but that's all just part of growing up and stuff. And, you know, peer pressure. Sometimes you hang out with the wrong crowd because you want to be the talk of the town. You want to be the man. You want to be the one everyone's talking about,
Yeah.
he says. I was more of a follower than a leader, but yet I was still a leader because I did have people following me.
Which is why he is the incredible hype man that he is.
Mm-hmm. So, one, good on Flav, because I don't doubt his intentions are pure on getting this.
Right.
Because everything he does, as silly as he comes off sometimes professionally, that's part of the gimmick. I know.
Right. That's Flav.
But I think he's very genuine in everything that he does.
It seems
And
that way. And,
as you
and
can-
Lion says, that he is that way because he called him after Kangol passed just to send his respects.
And we know he's kind of a savant when it comes to things. I mean, he's
I'd say 17 musical instruments that he plays proficiently.
that he's proficient on at least 17 instruments.
Yeah.
I've seen him play the piano, and it's like, who the hell expected Flavor Flav to be able to do this?
Yeah.
And that's ignorance on my part by saying, why can't he play the piano? What
Right.
would make me think he couldn't play the piano?
Right, just like Lion. What makes you think he
So-
can't play the piano?
So it's just, I don't doubt the sincerity of Flav wanting to do this for himself, especially now, like you said, he's clean
Yeah.
and sober, and 65 years old is not old anymore.
No,
I mean, it's
I hope not.
it's older,
Yes.
but it's not the death knell that it used to
Right.
be.
Yeah. And I believe that this is a thing that Flav wanted to do that somebody else, maybe Rampage, said, hey, we can flip that. And, flip mode. We can flip that and turn it into a show too. I don't believe he said, hey, I'm looking to do a new show. What can we do it about? Oh, me going back to school? That'd be cool.
No, I think the show came about because of his desire to
Right.
do this, not his desire to do this coming as a showrunner idea,
Right.
where people are sitting at a table and just throwing shit against the wall. Hey, what can we have
What can
Flav
Flav do now?
Let's have him work in an ice cream parlor.
Right.
And call it Flavors Flaves or something, No, that's stupid. What else can we do? Let's have him go back to school.
Exactly. I was just watching this movie called Back to School, and it gave me an idea.
Flav could be Rodney Dangerfield.
They both rapped. They're both comedic geniuses.
They both have bugged out eyes.
Yes. This we will not be discussing Rap and Rodney.
I would not doubt that those conversations did come up.
Yeah.
But again, I wish Flav all the best because Flav does get respect. There you go. Flav doesn't tug at his collar.
He got all the respect that Rodney never did.
Doctor told me I was fat. I wanted a second opinion. He said, okay, you're ugly too.
Yep.
Rodney was great, though.
Yes.
Rodney was a fantastic comic. Next article, Dr. Detroit.
Yes.
Wasn't that an old
It's a Dan Aykroyd movie.
Dan Aykroyd movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Had Fran Drescher in it.
And that is why I didn't remember it.
Dr. Detroit, Doctor. Ooh, ooh. Yes. and what made me title it that is because of that movie. Because
Yes,
I just saw the new Ghostbusters movie and had Dan Aykroyd on the mind.
How was that movie?
It was Columbia.
It was okay.
Yeah, it was fine.
It wasn't as comic as the prior ones, was it?
No. It's one of those, I would tell people to go see it in the theater so it makes some money. But I would also tell you, if you don't want to go to the theater, it's fine to watch it streaming.
Okay. So Hot New Hip Hop brings us this article, Dr. Detroit.
Doctor.
When you think of doctor in hip hop, there's a lot of doctors.
There
we
are.
talked about Doc Ice, who
Yes.
is an MTA conductor, but there's only one doctor in hip hop that was a billionaire with a B.
Is that with an accent or without an accent? Or
That would be no accent.
okay.
And don't ask D. Barnes about it.
No. She'll tell you how that accent feels.
It hurts. Dr. Dre has revealed an update on his friend Marshall Mathers.
Yes. And I figured this would be up your alley.
Eminem, easily one of the biggest legends in the music world, not just hip hop, but
Right.
in music altogether. Oh shit.
Nope. Well played, Lion.
Well,
that gets you
yes.
tickets straight upstairs.
That gets you a golf clap from me, man. I don't believe in too early. We've
Nope.
discussed this.
Nope.
But man, that's good. I wish to God I'd come up with that. The show will get canceled. We'll get canceled when we come up with stuff like that. And I'm like, we're a 2-bit podcast. Who's going to cancel us anyway? Who's going to give
That's
a
how
shit
we
if
got
we
away
go
with
away?
the very special episode titles.
Yeah. Yeah. Until that triggered somebody.
Uh-huh.
And which is why I now do a disclaimer.
Yeah.
So anyway, Eminem, the hip hop pioneers, classic records, classic songs. The last time we heard an album from him, though, was early 2020 with Music to Be Murdered By, which had, to be fair,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 2 decent tracks on it.
Yeah. I remember not listening to that. And it's not because he's not my cup of tea, but because you told me Eminem's new album's out. I'm like, and you're like, yeah. I went, okay. Because
It was Columbia.
you being a fan, not like a super fan
Yeah.
or anything, but you being a fan, if you tell me it's Columbia, I have no reason to listen.
There's a lot of trap styled stuff on his more recent records. And I think that's because he has been dabbling with new producers and collaborators and stuff.
And he's trying to stay relevant in a culture that is changing, right? A music that is changing. The culture
Yes.
is what it is.
And it says here, his last few albums haven't gotten critical reception that you would hope for.
Mm-hmm.
And it has some wondering if he's lost his touch.
Yet Benzino is still trying to fight with him all these years later and shot a video in Mom's Spaghetti or something. I don't fucking know. He's got no neck and he's got no talent. So I don't.
I was going to say, Eminem said, to quote Wu-Tang, protect your neck, but you ain't got one.
Yeah.
So that said, Eminem still has a lot of friends in the industry, including a very good producer who happened to work for NWA at one point, who
DJ
knows
Yella?
how to get artists right and apparently has a PhD in hip hop. He is
not
Dr.
DJ
Dre.
Yella then.
It is not DJ Yella. Dr. Dre got a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame recently.
We did talk about that right next to Snoop.
Dre, Snoop, and 50 Cent all made their way to Live with Jimmy Kimmel.
Do you think we got 50 Johnson? Of course it's 50 Cent.
Jimmy Kimmel had all three of them on. Dre made a bombshell announcement. He says, Eminem will be dropping an album this year. He says, let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you right now. And Dre recently in another article has said that Eminem is the greatest hip hop lyricist ever. And I'm like, ooh, that's high praise. Let me tell you something. Eminem's working on his own album, which is coming out this year. This is huge news. And then Dre revealed he has songs to mix and that his fingerprints will be on this record. So maybe, just maybe, we might get an Eminem record that sounds like what you expect an Eminem record to sound like.
Or what you want an Eminem record to sound like.
Based off of the success he's had. Mm-hmm. And I don't mean he doesn't have to go back and play all the hits. You know, I don't expect another My Name Is or anything like that. But that there's just this thing when Dre touches something, it just has a different feel to it.
Yes.
It feels more complete. It feels more substantial.
Mm-hmm. And there is a track record of the two of them together
that has been pretty fucking successful. He says, I actually talked to him. He told me it was okay for me to make that announcement here on this show. So he has an album coming out. I've got songs on it and it's fire. I'm actually going to hear the entire album for the first time tomorrow. He says he holds his music close to his chest. So I haven't heard everything. I haven't even heard everything complete that I've done.
That I did. Yeah.
But I'm going to hear it and everybody will hear it this year. Now,
everybody's going to listen to it. Not everybody can hear it.
Okay, Jimmy. As an Eminem fan, I am excited that he's back working with Dre just because, like you said, there is a track record of success and quality when the two of them get together.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be anxiously awaiting the release of this record, and I will listen to that one first, and I will let you know if it's worth listening to. Because like I said, the Music to Be Murdered By had the one track on it that was really, really good. And the rest of it was just sounded the same over and over and over. It's the trap beats and the very fast flow. And yes, Eminem is very fast and he can fit a lot of words in a
but if you're
in
just
a 120 BPM. But
if you're reading the dictionary, it's not exciting to me.
No. But Darkness was a really, really good song. All right, Lion. Take care. Thank you for stopping in.
Yes. Sweet dreams and all that stuff.
I liked Darkness because of the entire song is double entendre, and it's brilliantly done. And you can understand him because he's not doing the fast rapping stuff. So that one kind of had Stan vibes to me. So I'll give that a listen when it comes out, and I'll let you know. And Shaq Diesel is our next article.
It is.
And I'm actually surprised this hasn't happened already.
Yeah, and for anyone who doesn't know, Shaq just had a hip replacement recently.
Yes.
You know, and the only reason I know that is because I watch a lot of basketball and he's
NBA on TNT.
Right.
Do you think he's good on NBA on TNT?
I do. I like him and Chuck together.
I really like him and Chuck together. I think sometimes Kenny Smith can be a little bit much.
Yeah. I like that Shaq and Chuck are not broadcasters. They're players, and they call things from a player's point of view.
And I love when they go back and forth with each other too, because you understand, it's respectful and it's playful, but there's that competitive juices that flow in ex-athletes, even when they're sitting at a desk.
They place legitimate bets between each other live on the air, and nobody says anything about it.
Nope.
No, but Shaq and
because that would be terrible.
Yeah, Shaq and Barkley both give it to you as if you just asked them at their home what they thought of that last play or that player and how he's doing and all the hype he's getting. They tell you.
Here's the thing. Here's like baseball. He's working. He's plying his craft. He's improving bit by bit. He's putting in the work.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq, what did you think of that play by Jalen Brunson? I think Jalen Brunson played like garbage in the first half.
They need to stop giving him the ball. They just need to let him pass. Whatever. He will not give you the standard talking head information. You know who he is. You know what he's about. And if you want him there for that, you're getting it. No, I'm very happy watching the two of them.
And let's not forget. Ernie's really good too.
He is.
Let's not forget Ernie Johnson. But Ernie's not hip hop. Shaq is definitely hip hop.
He is.
Ice Cube is also very hip hop.
Very.
Ice Cube is the guy who runs the Big Three League.
We've
talked about that many times on here. Cube is ready for Shaq to join the Big Three. He's got a contract ready for him, he says, during a recent episode of Shaq's The Big Podcast. Because what else would it be if you're talking about Shaq? The celebrated athlete discussed possibly playing professional basketball again. He asked his co-host, Mario Chalmers. You remember Mario Chalmers?
Yes.
If he could play in Cube's basketball organization, the Big Three.
Yeah, he said, do you think that I have the ability to continue to do that? Is the context there.
And Chalmers, who currently plays in the league, says, fuck yeah, you can play. You're fucking Shaq.
Please come play.
He says, and this is the politically correct part, he could easily transition to the newer league, which is political correct for fuck yeah, you can play.
That's the Kenny the Jet Smith interpretation.
He says, yeah, easily. I got the perfect spot for you, too. Come over there with me and Mike Beasley. You ain't got to do nothing but stay in the paint.
Which is good, because that's where he was most effective. How about we do that?
But Shaq was also hesitant, saying that he had the hip surgery as a potential obstacle. He goes, you really think I could play? I thought about it. I just had hip surgery, and I ain't played since. I don't think I can get back in that mood, Shaq said. So Ice Cube caught wind of this.
He didn't say he couldn't get back into shape. He said he couldn't get back into that mood of being Shaq Diesel, instead of being the Papa John's guy.
I guarantee. Or the what is it? The general insurance and all that stuff.
And Carnival Cruise Lines and
Shaq's the man when it comes to this stuff. Cube caught wind of this discussion, went on to Twitter and invited Shaq to pull up. We got the contract ready for you, big fella. You got 3 months to get Diesel. You can eat all day in the Big Three.
Yeah, DJ Diesel. He's an EDM DJ, though. I got a hard time listening to that.
Yeah,
getting into that mood. That's another mindset. The one that I can't get into that mindset. But he is like Flav in that respect, where he decided, I want to do this. He hired an EDM DJ to teach him how that music works, how to put it together, how to actually be an EDM DJ instead of just, all right, I'll let everything
pusher standing there and
and I'll push the bass button.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Not just EDM, bass EDM. Yeah. That's where everybody just waits for the drop. Yeah. No, he took it seriously though. Said, this is what I want to do. I don't want to be token DJ guy, like DJ Paris Hilton on the Ellen show or whatever. He wanted to actually learn how to do it. He went out and learned how to do it. And now he's getting the gigs as an actual DJ.
Well, and he's also, isn't he still some kind of deputy sheriff or something too? Is he still doing the police thing too?
I mean, Seagal, I don't know.
He's crazy with all the stuff he gets into.
But he had that show, Shaq and a Fool.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other one? Was it Shaq Life? I don't know. It's where he would take each week. He would take on, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight this MMA guy.
Yeah.
At the end of the week. So I'm going to train for the whole week to learn how to do this. And then I'm going to take him on. That was a thing that he did because he wanted to learn all these new things.
Mm-hmm.
So he would do it in a week and then come back. The show would shoot for the week. And then at the end of the week, you got to see everything take place. But he was serious about all of it. It wasn't a joke for TV. He said, I want to do this and I'm going to show it on TV.
I just don't know if Shaq could do the big three right now just because of everything else he's got going, because that thing is a barnstorming league.
Yeah.
Where they just go around and around. None of the teams are based out of any one individual city. Right. The whole thing
and
travels.
He's Ryan Seacrest. So
he's Ryan Seacrest.
Yes.
You done messed up,
Shaqrest.
Ryan Shaqrest, yes. As many things as he's got going. Yeah, he's got as many jobs as Steve Harvey now.
He does.
And that's saying something, because Steve Harvey's kind of slipped back.
Yeah.
I think people are realizing
he's a judge now, so.
Yeah, I think people realize that Steve Harvey kind of puts his foot in it whenever he does things anymore. Ever since his big gaffe at the awards show.
Yes.
I mean, he still does Family Feud, and
right, but those could have been recorded 10 years ago for all we know.
Because his look hasn't changed at all.
No, see, but Steve Harvey was doing all that when he was in lawyer status. He's a judge now, so he can back off from all the extra stuff.
Stop. Just stop. If Steve Harvey's as much a judge as Paris Hilton is as a DJ. And now, new school news. Lil Nas X shares a wheelchair-bound update after running a half marathon in Coach sneakers.
Yeah, and as we say, that's enough of that shit.
That is enough of that shit. We will take our first break of the day. When we come back, we will have some woo news and then get into some records on Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 530. Come on back.
And now, directly from the planet of Brooklyn, MC Light as a rock.
1 2 1 2, mic check. Check it out. This is MC Light, and you're listening to my boys Jamie and Bill on Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Guys, watch. Even some of the girls cry. Step back, it ain't that type of party. No reply if you ain't somebody. Get out my face, don't want to hear no more. If you hate rejection.
1 2 1 2. What's good, yo? This is Ghostface straight from Staten Island, New York. And right about now, it's time for Woo News with Jamie and Bill. Y'all know what it is. Get it correct. Mr. Throwback Thursdays, Jamie and Bill. You know what I mean? On Woo News. That's what's going down right now. Y'all check this out. Exclusive. Peace.
The RZA, the Jizza, Raekwon, Master Killer, Inspector Deck, You God, Method Man, Ghostface Killer, and Old Dirty Bastard.
It's now time for Woo News with Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Shimmy on it.
Welcome back, everybody. Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 530. It is indeed time for Woo News. And we have two pieces of Woo News for you this week. First one from Hot New Hip Hop.
Mm-hmm.
And you have entitled it, Not a Mackie Tupac Fan.
Now, wait. You see how it's stylized?
Oh, okay. But you didn't put it all in capitals. If I had seen it all in capitals, I probably would.
I know. It was fast
all right, so let me try it, okay? I'll try it.
Okay.
Not a Mackie Tupac fan.
Thank you.
Okay. See, if you had stylized it all in caps,
Yes, I
I would have
know.
known what you were going for. So anyway, that's actually pretty good.
Thank you.
Considering. Hot new hip hop. Method Man. Clifford Smith Jr., professionally known as,
man.
says that Anthony Mackie, who, oddly enough, we're talking about Eminem before, played Papa Doc.
He did.
Another Doc in hip hop.
Look out.
Anthony Mackie should have turned down the role of Tupac, he says.
Mm.
And Meth has been pretty critical of most Tupac portrayals.
Yes.
On the 7 a.m. in Brooklyn show, Method Man has shared his thoughts about Anthony Mackie playing Tupac in the movie Notorious back in 2009. He says, Anthony Mackie, brilliant fucking actor. I love him and he deserves all the accolades that he gets, except for that Tupac role. I ain't like that shit. You shouldn't have taken that one, bro. Your agent, I hope you got rid of that Nickelback, says Meth.
That's the thing. If somebody's bringing you roles that you know shouldn't really be for you,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not the guy that you
want. But at that point, do you say to the guy, I don't think I'm good for this? And then the agent is like, well, then I ain't giving you shit.
Well, yeah.
It's tough when you're a performer because performers have this innate thing where I think they can do everything.
Well, they should think that.
I mean, that gives you the mental mindset to do a lot. I mean, there's a lot of people who probably didn't think that Rami Malek could do a real good Freddie Mercury, but he did. Of course, I think the makeup helped too because they did the thing with his teeth.
Yeah,
But yeah, he says Meth revealed that most actors who try to play Tupac don't hit the mark.
Right.
For somebody to really embody Tupac, nothing against my boy Demetrius Shipp. The brother didn't really have a lot to work with, he said.
Right.
I heard they didn't get a blessing from Tupac's mom as well, which, would be tough to do now.
Yes.
Afeni's not with us. But
she could still be sending blessings.
He had a lot of obstacles in his way, so we can't blame him for that performance. You have to really embody not just the rap part or the thug part, but his whole mentality.
Right.
His aura, everything about him was just different from anything we'd seen before. And then he says other people have voiced their frustration over the weak casting and the portrayal of Tupac as well.
Oh,
yeah, The Weeknd. Actor Mason Douglas only bears a passing resemblance to Tupac in BMF, while the costuming debate chose to give him what can only be described as a Spirit Halloween Tupac costume.
That's rough.
They said online, many fans are putting Hoopak on clips from the show's latest episode. Now, BMF, that's 50 Cent's show, isn't it?
I think so, yes.
And it says, Tupac doesn't play much of a role in the story of BMF anyway.
He's just there in passing, probably.
Yeah, but if he's going to be on there, make it look realistic.
Yeah.
Mackie actually has even recalled that he felt dreadful that he'd be playing Tupac. I recall the dread announcing that when I would be playing. He goes, most of the depictions have not gone over well with fans. And this has been made more clear by the comments now of Meth, who actually collaborated with Pac in the past. So, and they've had 41 different things to get it right. I mean, every time you can't spit in the wind without hitting a Tupac thing.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe it's just time to leave that story alone.
Yeah,
until we find out who the killer is. Just leave that story alone.
Yeah, it's like putting out a whole bunch of Elvis movies with Elvis impersonators.
Our next article, Toast Face Bitcoin.
I almost wanted to call Ed before the show and talk to him about this because I don't quite understand what the thing is that they're going to talk about. Not the Bitcoin, ordinal.
It's ordinals. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
But yeah, I was going to hit him up and then, I got sidetracked. So we're going in blind as to what ordinals are. Maybe this article explains it and I just didn't understand it. But yeah, our our crypto and NFT guy who went to Harvard.
So he's a lawyer.
I was talking about Ed the other day. I don't know if Ed's listening, but I was talking about Ed the other day. And one of the things I said is we were watching some TV show or movie or whatever. Like, yes, we know you went to Harvard. Everybody who goes to Harvard lets you know that they went to Harvard. I'm like, Ed doesn't do that, Ed, which is why we do it.
We do it for him.
Yeah. That's the joke.
So, Toast Face Skrilla has teamed up with Ordinal's Bot, Rare Skrilla, and Naka Peeps for a groundbreaking venture into...
May as well have been Swahili, because I have no idea what any of that means.
Well, he's breaking into cryptocurrency with the launch of Bitcoin Ordinals, which also feature an exclusive collection of music. He's putting new exclusive music on Bitcoin.
Okay, I'm already lost. John says ordinals are things that are in order. Yes. But what are they in the crypto world?
Bitcoin crypto world, yes. This innovative release involves minting 10,000 unique pieces of music on the Bitcoin blockchain.
And we've learned that
holders
blockchain is how you determine who owns it, right?
Yes.
That it's like a logbook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Granting holders Creative Commons zero rights.
That's nice. I actually, okay. So on the production side of the house, that is something I understand, because when we get flagged on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, and you see when it says your video has been muted, blah, 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 a Creative Commons zero license, that means that we can use the music for whatever we want. We can make changes to the music however we want, because we actually own that piece of music. We didn't buy the piece of music. We own it as if we were the creator of it. So we can do whatever we want. A Creative Commons license is something that we could actually buy for the show, and it'll give you, okay, these are the songs that are included in this license that you are allowed to use, but we don't have money for that, so we don't do it.
Yeah, and it's limited. You have to mention which songs you're going to do it with. It's not just a blanket license that allows you to take anything you want, change it up, and say, oh, I have creative control over this now.
No, this is that.
Because otherwise, that's called clearing samples. We would have to do that. And he says that this DCO, like CC zeros, like you said, essentially means relinquishing copyright control, allowing for free use and modification of the music.
Right.
Ghostface's foray into crypto traces back to his 2017 endeavor with Cream Capital, an ICO project aiming to raise $30 million.
And
Ordinals are like NFTs, but utilizing the Bitcoin blockchain and Bitcoin as the minting token.
Got all that?
Again, yeah, that's got to be an Ed thing.
Just like John said.
Yeah, that's an Ed thing. With just 1,290 audio files inscribed to Bitcoin currently, Ghostface's Bitcoin promises to be a rare and intriguing addition to the crypto space. So if he understands it and he thinks it's a thing.
Yeah. And the people that are going to buy it understand it. Because they live in that world. We do not.
No. It's just too confusing to me. Maybe because I'm old and I haven't put any effort into learning about that. I suppose if I really wanted to, I mean, I'm sure there's college courses, intro to crypto and intro to Bitcoin and blockchains and all that stuff.
Write a check and call it a day.
I don't even write checks anymore, man. I don't remember the last time I wrote a check.
Just as long as you remember how to write one, that's all that matters.
Well, I was a banker for 20 years. I better remember how to write a check. So anyway,
a gas station we passed.
Good luck to Toastface on this endeavor.
Yes.
And I hope it.
Sadly, we will not be able to support you in this one.
No,
we did in the coffee.
We can support you with,
Kill a Coffee.
go get it, but I don't understand. I don't have the.
I don't know how to tell you what to do with this one.
No. All I can say is you do you, Toastface, and good luck to you.
Yes, there's a Super 7 Toastface reaction figure. You can go get that.
Yes, that we can do. That is a tangible thing that we can write a check for. The man who writes checks with the hand that doesn't write. There you go. You God. Still the 10th best person in a 9-person group.
Yes, he is. But he's still in that group, so I can't talk shit about
that group. Yeah. Time for some music.
Yes. Wait, you didn't get an ODB update.
Oh, last I knew he was still deceased.
Okay.
Has that changed?
Not that I'm aware of. There's not a website like it's DMX in jail still.
Is ODB still dead?
Yes.
Yes. 404, website not found. Yes, ODB, unfortunately, still deceased. Still a better MC than you, God, even that. It's music time. One and done.
Yes.
This one, and I have to pronounce it properly because of the way it's spelled.
Yes, please.
Came to us 1995. It is, I believe, a true one and done because I see nothing else.
The best of my knowledge, yes. I mean, if somebody comes out and says, hey, he did this one in 1993, but it was on a independent label and it was never actually released for public, but he did it. Okay.
Oh, that would be a none and done then.
Yes, we've done those.
2 of them, actually.
Yes.
This record is called Stepchild, and it is by an artist named Gangsta C.
Yes.
With a K in it.
With a
Gangsta.
K. Oh.
Not gangsta.
No.
Gangsta.
Like I'm a gank a motherfucker.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tracks on this record.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tracks. Yes.
I'm very anxious to get to track 6 just because of the placement.
Yeah. And it's a legitimate placement. It's not like Spotify just put it out of order.
No, this is how they have it.
Yeah.
So hold tight, John. Track number 1, Just Another Day.
Funk it up.
State of Texas, rolling reckless in my 664 when I should be in a Lexus. Strapped with my chrome 380, you know.
Should be in a Lexus. It's a Toyota with different badges.
Track number 2, 3-Wheel Motion.
Yeah, 19 motherfucking quad up in this motherfucker. You don't hear me there? Yeah. Just on my motherfucking nut for you hoes.
Yo, here I go about you hoes and you wannabes. And many of these, yo, undercover as wannabes. I said, while back when I jack for 8 tracks. What tape packs lack, what other niggas' voices stuck on wax. But
yes, DJ Shane Bond. He was out, I believe he was out of Dallas.
Yes.
He was on some UGK stuff, if I remember.
Mm-hmm. I seem to remember that too. Track number 3, Life of a Thug.
I feel like doing something crazy in the streets cause my head is fucked up and there's no place to sleep. My teeth don't kick me out of the house cause I was tripping. Dropped out of school, kept fucking up, riffing. In and out of jail.
Track number 4, Murder Spree.
Murder.
I agree with DJ Shane Bond. It does have a West Coast sound.
Yes.
The generic West Coast. This especially has a West Coast sound.
Right.
Glock and my shit's on cock. No remorse when you drop, cause I don't give a fuck. Ain't nothing but drama. So nigga, what the fuck's up? Smoking on this endo, so you know I'm hella bent. I'm quick to get the 9 when it's time to start shit. Niggas underestimated me in 93, but now the mark's like 6.
Does anybody know Ron C? Because that's his brother.
Didn't we do Ron C?
We may have.
I seem to remember that. Either that or we talked about him, but I do remember the name because I was thinking, that's a pretty generic hip hop name.
Yeah. Now I'm going to say we probably did. I'll have to look it up. We probably did Ron C, but it would have been a record of the week. I know he had a bunch of albums on Profile. I would have to look him up to see how many, but I know he was with Profile because it was a Profile Records.
Profile Records. Track number 5.
Not Ron C. Ron C.
Yes. Dank got me skitzin'. That would be the second Penguin reference today. Ron C was the Penguin.
He was.
Killing cops, yeah, it's that real ass nigga. Gangsta C on the sneak with a Mac in my lap. I never sleep, so sit back and listen, take heed to this gangsta shit. I'm about to
let me see.
Gangsta C or Ron C? What are we seeing? Mr. C, the finisher?
I did a search for Ron C on our website, and it came up with episode 479, but I don't see.
So it could have been Ron somewhere in it.
Maybe. Because the one and done that week was Home Team and the record of the week was King T. But I don't see anything with Ron C in it.
Maybe we talked about Ronnie.
Unless it was in maybe one of the hip hop headlines or something.
That's possible.
So
speaking of Ronnie, he does have his
awards.
Yeah, his award arrived.
And congratulations to Ronnie's daughter, Kayla, who won a state championship in basketball. With Lords,
nice.
Yes. She's an athlete, man. She's a good kid, too. Track number 6. Are you ready for this, John? The 6th track on the record is called Intro. So
maybe it's introing you to the side 2.
If it's an intro that doesn't introduce the record, is it still an intro?
If it introduces you to side 2 of the record,
maybe.
It ain't nothing. Man, a dollar.
Paranoid as fuck.
Allow him to reintroduce himself.
Trying to get over because these motherfuckers trying to play me like some rover. But them pigs can't fuck with me. I'm getting high off this motherfucking and though I got from Stevie, my hood. I call it PG. But niggas greedy if them hoes fuck with me, they end up.
So we're 6.
That was a real good intro, actually.
We're 6 songs in, and I don't dislike this.
I don't dislike it either. It sounds.
It's very generic. There's nothing that really stands out, but I don't dislike it. This is background music.
Track number 7. They call me a murderer.
Check it out, boy. Yo, my man, make gangsta see me now. Eardrum, yo. Here it come, yo. My man gets to see it, trigger figure, aching, yo. You kids him,
trigger finger. Yeah, John said it's called intro. It goes on the list.
Well, there you have it. Let's see. Track number 8 we're up to.
Yep.
Stepchild.
The title track.
Yes. So we got an intro at 6 and a title track at 8. We wonder why this bloke didn't have any other records.
I can see that Spice One ripoff. I can see that. Spice One is also background music most of the time.
Ooh, the shit niggas getting warmer. It's gonna be a fucked up day for the coroner. Nigga, run up and get plugged up, bitch. I'm taking no fucking shorts and not fuck no shit.
Track
It's
number
the reggae song because he said bumbleclot and used a fake accent. That's
track number 9. AC/DC in the house. Big balls.
Back in this bitch again.
that's also a West Coast thing right there.
Yeah.
Let me see what I can do with pitch down. Okay.
Track number, what'd I say?
We're on
9
10.
now? 10? We're on 10.
Yep.
A Nickelback, that's crazy.
Crazy.
Yo, everybody check the flow, because I'm coming up at you hard, hitting your 94, bitch. Another crook's about to fuck ya. A real ass nigga with the trigger ready to fuck ya. So what the fuck is up? I'm creeping up that.
And now the
We come
last
to the
track
payoff.
on the record. We come to the payoff. Track number 11. This is a nice title. Fuck America.
The land of the free, the home of the brave. I wonder why the fuck a young nigga can't get paid.
That sounded about as generic as it's good too.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a bad record. Like
No.
you said, it's good background stuff.
It's fine.
It's got a West Coast sound to it.
Mm-hmm.
As luck would have it, it was already on the list. Okay. I'm wondering how did we do this record
We
before?
did, I guess. I was just looking that up when John said that, and yes, we did. And maybe that's why we remember the C, but I do not remember. That's the sad part about this is I don't remember doing it at all.
Uh-huh.
And it's
which tells you how generic it was.
yeah. But John said
What?
when he first created the list, he looked for a lot of intros, so maybe.
Oh, okay. So maybe that was a John John research project. So Gangsta C with a K, Gangsta C with Stepchild. You're one and done for episode 530. I've been waiting to get to this record of the week. Now, in the past, we have had Snoop Dogg.
We have
had Nate Dogg.
We
even had 3 hype brothers and a dog.
Yes. Didn't we have like the dogs too?
We had the dogs. We had the dog pound.
Yep.
We've talked about Johnny Canine many times.
We
on
have,
here.
and I don't know why, but
wasn't there like a canine posse or something
there was
like that?
a canine
We did
posse.
too.
Yes, we did that.
I think we did that.
This
So
beat
we've
is
had
military. Yeah.
we've had a lot of canine references on this
We have.
show.
Yes, Tim Dog.
Tim Dog. We've done stories on Tim
Yes,
Dog.
when he faked his death. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he died anyway.
We've never had the puppies.
Jerry Lawler.
Puppies. Yes, Jerry the King Lawler.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
1996 for your record of the week.
I do not claim that this will be good. Just a record of the week that people probably didn't know.
The Puppies.
Yes.
Featuring the Pup Pound.
Yes, that's on the re-release, which is this one.
And it's called Recognize. It's got a lot of tracks on it.
It does. But the whole album's less than an hour.
Yeah. What's the grand total? Because I'm not counting all these things.
22.
God damn. Okay.
The first
Track
one's only
number
22
one.
seconds, so we'll roll.
So we'll do 1 into 2.
Yes.
Track number 1 is We Can Do It. And it goes into track number 2, Break It Down.
As long as they produce it, I know they'll go right through it. They got original flavor, so use it. Some thought the puppies blew it, but they put so much funk into it. But I know that the puppies can do it.
Big up to all hustlers, respect to all gangsters. Listen to no lesson on life to go further and stop this blood weather. Put down the guns on life to go further. Break it down for me, me lover.
You've got to break it down. Gotta break it all the way down to my level. I'm not fooling around. You gotta break it on down. The situation's getting out of hand. Just bring it to a level. Come on, I can understand. You break it down for me, me love. You tell me one more time. But bring it on down. Break it down. Bring it down.
Okay, we're not going to get to the rap on that one. This is a brother and sister duo, is it not? Isn't that what I read?
I think so. Yes. I didn't have a whole lot of information on the puppies.
But who did?
Yes. Child Miami-based duo assembled by Calvin Mills and consisted of his children.
Oh, okay.
Calvin Big Boy Mills III and Tamara D. Mills.
Okay.
Let's see if we can come up with a little bit more on them. No, that's basically what it is. That's it.
That's how.
So that's the puppies. Track number 3, Bingo.
That his name?
But I want
Apparently,
to sing it.
it should be.
Sing it. And Bingo was his name. It wasn't from my head, a dog, and Bingo was his name. Bingo was his name. That wasn't from my head, a dog, and Bingo was his name. B-I-N-G-O, and Bingo was his name.
It's like Luke went into an elementary school and stuck a microphone through a classroom window and then
said,
took it home and
"Do your
produced
impression
it.
of me."
And then he just took it home and put his music to it. Oh yeah, this is most definitely Miami. There,
yeah.
Any song that goes doom 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 doom.
Track 4, Heavenly Father.
Didn't Fushnikins do that song?
Yes.
Heavenly Father, thank you for watching over me. Heavenly Father,
Is this the Pop Pound?
I like to thank you, Dad.
Maybe it's the Pop Pound.
My daddy stayed by my side, even though when I was bad. Never think about the bad, but all the good times that we had. Take me everywhere he go, say that I'm his joy.
So looking at the cover art, are they standing in trash cans with paw prints on? I don't understand what that is. It's happening there.
It's kind of what it looked like to me.
I see ladders in the background.
I think they're
Dog
standing
bowls.
behind them.
Okay.
Because if you notice, the shirt kind of billows out.
Yeah, it's a mirror image.
Yeah, with a real dog in a garbage can, which I don't get.
And dog bowls all over
and
the
big
place.
dog bowls, yeah. And although it kind of looks like bedpans resting
It kind of
against
does. The silver ones.
Let's just keep going. That was 4. We are up to track 5, Bedtime Stories.
Time for the bedtime stories. True. And all you little puppy fans, this one's for you.
As long as they produce it, I know they'll go right through.
Wasn't this track 1? So much funk into it, but I know that the puppies can do it.
Track number 6, Ride Jitney.
Okay.
I don't know what
But
jitney
there's
is.
something that I must confess.
Cartman on this record?
Summer, you better tell them. Yeah, y'all better get off these trucks because this train is about to ride out. Yeah. Summer, get in the house. Get off the truck because we gon' ride on out.
Oh, sorry. We went straight. That was only 9 seconds. We went into Toot That Train. Sorry.
That train.
Pop that.
No. Pop that puppy.
Train. Toot that train.
Pop that puppy. How's that?
That works.
Track number 8, Puppies, Boom, and Bass Check. This ought to be good.
Cause when we drop the boom, it ain't fun. The bass that we drop makes money. And when we drop the boom, it ain't funny. The bass that we drop makes money. And when we drop the boom, it ain't funny. The bass that we drop makes money. And when we drop the boom, it
I wonder if they also like the cars that go boom.
They like the cars. Like cars that go boom. Track number 9, For Real Dough.
And your mama got no eyes, your daddy said, I'm gonna slap your boy. Your mama said, I like to see that. That's why y'all can't afford no guns. Y'all walk around throwing bullets at each other. A little shouter came up to me with a whole fist full of bullets. Throw them at me. I said, what that is? He said, this is my Uzi. You dead.
Gotta catch your mother.
It's 22 seconds long. Track number 10, I Gotcha, Baby.
Wait, I said it wrong.
Yo, convertible bass DJs, y'all mix 2 records together and let us do this thing.
That had a Jazzy Jeff thing to it.
I'm gonna say Jeff did more with that sample.
Yes, I would say so too. This is going to answer your question, by the way. Track number 11 is 7 seconds long. It's called My New Song, and it goes into track number 12, Cars with No Boom.
Oh, okay, good.
Which is also only 42 seconds long.
Go a little something like this right here. You want to hear? Here it go. Big boy. Thank you very much. I want to do a little something like this right here for the cars that be stacking. Everybody say, if your car got no boom, let me hear you say, If your say it,
This ain't no motherfucking P.
Track number 13. Rolling Stones are going to be all over this. Satisfaction.
The boy want
We want
satisfaction.
When I was over here dancing, I was chatting, and I saw you on the side glancing.
Satisfaction.
But it was like no reaction. The only thing that I was lacking was satisfaction. Yeah, I was over here dancing, I was chatting, and I saw you on the side glancing. But it was like no reaction. The only thing that I was lacking was satisfaction.
Yeah, that's. Can we make 2 live crew for the children?
Yes.
I got it. We'll call them puppies.
Track number 14 somehow has 120,000 plays. Nothing else on here.
I'm thinking it's because people thought it was something else.
Yes, I would think so. Track number 14 is Hokey Pokey.
How many people accidentally clicked on it? Nope.
No, that's basically what it is.
You
went from hokey pokey to face down, ass up, just with different words. Probably, yeah. You know, it would. I was waiting for that. Track number 15. These are kids, right?
They are.
Why do you have a track called Choke Dat Chicken?
Well, let's find out.
By two kids.
A brother and sister at that.
Uh-oh, Tamara, it's time for that choke that chicken contest. Yeah, and I want to see who can do it the best.
We're going to... It's a brand new dance. Got you finger licking after you choke that chicken.
There are so many things wrong with that statement.
Well, I guarantee you Horton's Bike Shop is now in Miami.
I feel unclean.
I don't want to know anything more about that song. Forever unclean. Oh.
Track number 16, What Goes Around Comes Around. Apparently Justin Timberlake is on here too.
Yes, I'm sure that's talking about how these kids will be in therapy as they get older.
Girl over and he's showing up his fine.
Sure, Puffy didn't put these kids on.
They're back up.
Yeah, girl, I'm still running like a relay.
Ooh, you shouldn't do that. That man think you serious. And you got him thinking you older. Ooh, that's a shame.
Just give me the phone. Hello?
Just
Share what?
your sexy body. I can
They're kids. Oh. Boy, this guy's the father of the year making him do this on a record.
Dad, what's this one mean? Don't worry, just do it.
Just
You'll
sing
be right.
it.
People dig it.
Next track, 22 seconds long. I Wish I Was. It goes into
A baller?
number 18, World in His Hands.
And so he can choke that chicken.
Those puppies. Gosh, their music is so great. I love Tamara and Big Boy. Gosh, they're just my idols or something. I wish I could be like them. Like their music just makes me want to get up and shake my booty. Gosh, ooh, I just wish I could. Ooh, I just can't even get my words out. They're like so outrageous. Like.
He's got the whole
mommy and daddy.
in his hands. He's got the whole
My brother and sister.
in his hands. He's got the whole
Me and you.
in his hands. He's got the whole
All the little babies, yeah.
Look, I got to sing on this one. Let me show you what I can do.
Track number 19. What do you do when you're choking that chicken? You slam it.
I don't know if you should do that.
It's got 20,000 plays.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe. If he holler, let him go. There go the rat, there go the cat, there go the lady with a seesaw hat, there go the boy, there go the girl, there go the man with a Jerry curl. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
What year is this?
96?
How many Jerry
Still
curls?
have
You see
Jerry curls in 96?
Okay, maybe in Miami.
And all I could hear on that was peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. I was expecting Brian Griffin to come out.
It's highly possible in the remix.
Oh, Peter, I know what you need. Track number 20. You better do it.
So maybe you have to come out there and get you. You better get your butt on these stairs right now. Oh, girl, you're your mama. What the mama tell you? What the daddy tell you? What the tell you, boy? You better do it. What the mama tell you? What the daddy tell you? What the tell you, girl? You better do it.
Girl, you better go on. You heard your mama.
I ain't even stop my mama. She gotta come down here and get me. We ain't got no money, but we got a lot of songs. Don't make them crazy.
We ain't got no money, but we got a lot of songs. Yeah, you do. You got 22 of them where you needed about 3. Oh, I wonder if they ever did what this next one says.
I'm going to venture to say no.
But I bet you they did that. What it says after that.
Yes. That sounds like something.
39
All right,
seconds.
track number 21 is 39 seconds. It's called Going Platinum. You're going to play the whole thing, and we'll
Might
go
as
right
well.
into the last song, which is 22, Dookie Green Dance. That sounds like something you do after Taco Bell.
It's very Doodoo Brown.
Big boy, rockin'. I know y'all know that our last single went gold. Funky Y2.
What single was that?
What single was
Yeah,
that?
this time we coming out with this new album, Big Boy and Summer G recognize, and I know this one gon' go platinum. But we sitting in the cut with our super producers, Calvin Mills and Cotton Mills. This time we not calling people cause they calling us. Yeah, we still down with Sony and Columbia Records, but now we in there with Convertible Records. So you want y'all to listen to this new
Broadway.
flavor.
No, it's not the same.
Yeah.
I told you it was Doodoo Brown. Dookie Green.
Dookie Green. What is that? Goose shit?
I don't know. Maybe it'll be a Bill Reed's lyrics in the future.
No. That will be
Green.
the first time I ever refuse. So I'm looking at the credits on this record, and DJ Shane Bond, Calvin Mills Jr. was my Uber driver.
Dookie Green.
Here's the credits on this thing.
Oh, somebody took credit.
The names on here: Calvin Mills, Dave Mills, Calvin Mills II,
right? Which was
Carlton Mills.
Wasn't Calvin Mills the second big boy?
Well, he's the producer and engineer as well as the mixer on here.
So I guess he is not also the MC, because I don't think he's gonna be engineering this.
So it sounds like a grandpa, a dad, and a kid recording, and Uncle Dave and Uncle Carlton working on it. Plus two other guys who I don't probably related but different names: Ray C and Femio Hernandez.
Is that Gangsta C?
Gangsta C. No, this is SEAY. So it's probably pronounced Say. So it's probably Ray Say. There it is. Ray Say.
My
head hurts. He made videos.
So I've heard. Bill watched it.
Jamie goes on. Your record of the week, and we say that non-ironically.
No, this is a thing that happened, and we did it.
Recognized by the Puppies featuring the Pup Pound.
Dookie Green.
I think we got our show title.
Who knows?
Our one and done, Gangsta C.
Yep.
There's a lot of C's in this episode too.
No little C's though.
No little C's, no. Your artist of the month for this final week of March 2024, Fushnikins. We have to bring this back to somewhat semblance of normal.
Can we end on an upswing?
Can we get a real artist in here now?
Or three.
So let's do that.
Yes, please.
We're going to bring you the old and the new, and we talked about it during Hip Hop Headlines.
We did.
The old to the new this week is Woman by MC Lyte featuring Big Daddy Kane, Salt from Salt and Pepper, and Raheem Devon. And we are pleased to bring it to you just to wash that taste out of your mouth. This is going to be your palate cleanser for episode 530. So consider this your lemon sorbet. Woman by MC Lyte featuring Big Daddy Kane, Salt, and Raheem Devon.
I ain't never wanted nothing but some respect. And see the love from his eyes be reflected. Never looking for a handout or a check. Just a humble spirit looking for a real connection. Love from the depths of my soul I am giving. Loyal to the death with a heart made to listen. Open to give and receive. Be the air that you breathe. Help you move into a king's position. I don't want to sit up on this throne by my lone. Want to ride or die but not someone to own. I should be the fix that you need when the world makes you bleed. Never leave is what my mama told me.
She's the greatest gift bestowed from me. Made in the image
fresh on the scene. And once I felt need for a real help me, gave up every different hottie for a real wisdom body. Some be out searching far and long, but now you got me going gaga, a star is born. That royal treatment, you deserve it. You ain't make it easy, but you made it worth it.
Flattery, you get you nowhere. It don't matter. Words without action, it's just chit chatter. Respect is a must. I ain't with the thuggin'. Tricks are for kids. I'm a grown ass woman. I hit the stage, get the paper. I'm a boss. Salt going in, light going off. Hands up if you know your worth. It stand up, cause it's ladies first.
She's the greatest gift in store for me. Made in the image of royalty. RESPECT. Ain't nothing like a woman, woman, woman. Her head to the toes of her feet, down to the melanin in her skin. She's strong like a rock. Yeah, ain't nothing like a woman, woman, woman.
The greatest gift God gave was a woman. We raised children when other women couldn't. Well aware of the care that's needed for our heirs, and you get out exactly what you put in. Nothing like a big mama, nana, or a auntie support. Still love it and they give it when you coming up short. They believe you can be better, so you show up, pushing for you to be the best when you decide to grow up.
I've been anointed since day one. My mama's a G and she raised one. I'm a queen in real life, I don't play one. I speak my mind, dare you to say something. When life gets harder, I get smarter. I never give up. You ain't gotta show me love, just get my money up. Don't be mad, I'ma stay lit, so please don't trip. Keep up, or I'ma dip and send you back to the
She's the greatest gift in store for me. Made in the image of royalty. RESPECT. Ain't nothing like a woman, From her head to the toes of her feet, down to the melanin in her skin. She's strong like a rock. Yeah, ain't nothing like a woman, woman.
Yeah, like a woman. Ain't nothing like a woman. Strong as a rock and she can't be stopped. It ain't nothing like a grown woman.
Woman by MC Light featuring Big Daddy Kane, Salt, and Raheem Devon. You're old to the new for episode 530. Light sounds just like she always does.
So does Salt.
Solid. Salt sounded really solid too.
You know what I like about this? I'm not trying to put Eric Sermon down in any way, because I love what Eric Sermon's doing with his dynamic duos. There was more than one verse from people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it was a full,
more complete song. Yeah. But yeah, I like that a lot. So we'll hopefully hear more of this. Maybe Light's got a new record coming out. That would be sweet.
He was hoping it would be guaranteed record of the week.
Absolutely. So that was your old to the new MC Light featuring Big Daddy Kane, Salt, and Raheem Devon with Woman Artist of the Month for March, the final week of March. Fooshnickens. Go make sure you listen to some Fooshnickens before the end of the month. Record of the week, The Puppies. Featuring The Pup Pound with Recognize, and your one and done was Gank Stacy.
Say it wasn't featuring Savion Glover.
With Stepchild, no. We're going to take our final break of the day, and when we come back, it'll be time for Bill Reed's Lyrics on Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 530.
I got it good. Now let me tell you who I am. The B-I-G-D-A-double-D-Y-K-A-N-E. Dramatic, Asiatic, not like...
Hey, yo, this your boy Big Daddy Kane, and when you're trying to hear that classic material, you need to be checking out my man, Mr. Throwback Thursday, for real.
So when I roll on your rappers, you better be ready to die because you're petty. You're just a butter knife, I'm a machete. This made by Gensu, wait until when you tried to front, so I...
But it starts with Bill.
I'm Bill S. Preston. It's called reading. Top to bottom, left to right. Group words together as a sentence. Take Tylenol for any headaches. Midol for any cramps.
Most people probably don't listen to the lyrics, but they should.
Welcome to Bill Reed's Lyrics.
Hello, this is Bill Reed's Lyrics. It is an educational discussion of artistic expression and creativity of modern lyricists. Bill channel may recite explicit or offensive language. Professional supervision is suggested for sensitive listeners. The average views and opinions within these lyrics are not necessarily those of Mr. Throwback Thursday or its hosts, and will be in the area of 160 WPMs. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, humor heavy, and just right. Thanks.
I always wonder why they put the words permitted in the disclaimer. It's just
because that's
just
why Thomas made it.
Yeah, it's just a little bit different. Welcome back, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 530. It is indeed time for the appropriately disclaimed Bill Reed's lyrics.
You were going to go on without a disclaimer, man. You're going to get yourself in trouble.
I was, yes, but no, the full disclaimer was heard.
Yes.
So if you have sensitive ears or do not like anything that may be considered NSFW,
like our whole show,
you are invited to fast forward now.
Hence the explicit tag on our show.
Yes. It's
not for the puppies.
Good God. That record was so bad.
I put my left foot in. I put my left foot out.
Go ahead, man. Just throw that at me.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to send this over here.
Oh. We haven't seen them in a while.
We have not. And I have written down.
That's actually a demure album cover for them, too.
It kind of is. You just picture going, hey.
Which is the first word of the intro, actually. If you look at the lyrics.
So you're not going to like this at all, but that makes it more fun for everyone else. What I would like you to read is verse 3.
Are they numbered?
They are. But
verse 1, okay.
There's an interlude prior to verse 3
and
that I would like you to also read.
There's verse 2. Is it labeled interlude?
It is labeled interlude. How did you know?
Oh, God. All right. I see it.
Okay. So we're going to start there and do verse 3.
And again, I really have no idea what any of this is going to be.
Well, that one you know now because it's...
I stopped at the word interlude.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to spoil anything. So
then with no type of ado.
If I break, it's your fault.
It's Sesame Street, Grover, Stiley, whether nearer or further, we will cue the motherfucking piano.
What's that stuff running down your leg? Juicy. 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 Strip show is in effect. So I want the face down in the butt tuck. Tongues going up. What? Suckers like to suck. Suck a hoe by even up your mouth. So that when a hoe, I fucking out a proper spot to get a proper shot. Shit down your throat with a creamy bowl of cum, and down your mouth, dripping down your face. Running to the floor. When a booty's jump max in 6'4". Got the players and the max screaming. We want more. More what? HWA. So I bought a whole clique. The Jigga-Hos with attitude in the heaps. Butt naked stripper right down to the bare ass. All y'all rip through your drawers, tearing up your pants. Even the pilots ride in the cockpits. Flying by way of flight. HWA, make 'em buckle at the knees, get a smack, stay back, just relax, best believe I'm all that. What's that stuff running down your leg? Juicy! Juicy!
I heard it got him crazy. It's good to hear from our friends HWA.
That would be the hose with attitude.
Yes, yes.
God.
What is that stuff running down your leg?
It sounds like an ad for Diva Cups. It does. Oh, John and DJ Shane Bond. Just, yeah, HWA. That's a, I believe they were. Yes.
Yeah.
We actually did one of their records one time.
There
were two of them. There were HWA, and then there was
BWP.
What is that? Bitches with Problems or something like that. Yeah. And they are they are frequent contributors to Bill Reed's lyrics. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yes. That's really the only time they are frequent anything.
And now you know why I wear two hats.
Yes, because it is time to change from Bill to Phil and take us the fuck home.
Yeah, because that was enough for this week.
That was too much.
Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 530, brought to you in part by the world's strongest coffee, Death Wish Coffee. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and at deathwishcoffee.com, as well as in our mugs. I went with the OG TBT.
Yours is not available on the website. Mine is.
No.
So if you go to throwbackthursday.com/shop.
And my mug matched my sweatshirt.
Nice.
This
Mine
morning.
did
I just wanted to throw that out to the rescuers.
Bernard
I love
and
it.
Bianca.
The world's strongest coffee, Death Wish Coffee. I forgot where I was. Who just introduced a brand new flavor this week, which I have ordered, have not received yet, but I have ordered it. That would be the Almond Afterlife. It is an almond biscotti flavored coffee.
It is. They sent that out as advanced samples.
I know you had it.
I did. I had that and the other. Well, I can probably tell people now because it's been long enough. Maple was the other one.
Yeah. So I'm anxious to try this. This ought to be really good. So go to deathwishcoffee.com if you want some almond biscotti or some of the other flavors or just like real strong regular coffee.
Yeah, I see the blue and berried is no longer on the site.
I saw that. So I wonder if they'll bring that back in a while. I still have some. So
yeah, Rye's a big fan of that one.
I am too, actually. And Emily had found a glazed donut coffee creamer.
Mm-hmm.
If you use that with the blue and berry, it tastes just like the Dunkin' Blueberry Munchkins. It's really, really good.
I don't think you can call them Munchkins anymore.
Not without, they still call them that.
Yes, they're little people donuts.
Nice. The world's strongest coffee, Death Wish Coffee. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, deathwishcoffee.com. Use the code TBT for 12% off of your first order. And then Throwback will get you 10% off of each subsequent order at deathwishcoffee.com. Last I knew it still worked.
Okay, good.
Don't forget to check out friends of the show, Def Rugs, defrugs.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Def Rugs, handmade high quality hip hop themed rugs brought to you by the original Rug E Fresh, Marshall Fox, and his business associate, the Green-Eyed Bandit, Eric Sermon.
Yes, I still need to put my Mr. Throwback Thursday one on the wall. I want to put it. Okay, you guys can't see, so it doesn't matter. I have my Wu-Tang Clan District street sign signed by Ghostface right here. There's a stairwell that goes up, so I'm on the underside of that stair. I'm the people under the stairs.
Yes, yes you are.
So I want to put it on that. So it's underneath that. So it kind of like is the third wall of my studio here.
So John wanted me to repeat that blueberry recipe. If you can find it, I don't even know if they have it anymore. Coffee Mate had a glazed donut flavored creamer. You probably can use the Italian sweet cream and get the same kind of thing. And she put it with the blue and berried coffee, and it tasted just like the blueberry donut hole treat that you can get from Dunkin' Donuts. How's that?
Yes. Yeah, glazed
And
donut comes in. It looks like a yellow container.
I thought so. Yeah,
Pink.
I don't even see it
I don't
available anymore. We used to get it at Walmart.
Yeah, it says Walmart out of stock online.
So,
but they do have the pink Mean Girls one, which is pink frosting.
Yes. Anyway, a gas station we passed, and get yourself a Def Rug. You can also get yourself some bittersweet candy. Go to bittersweetcandy.com. Our friend Heather Lent up in Schenectady, New York, who last I knew were buried under some snow.
Yes, I saw this like week. 22 inches or something ridiculous.
Yeah. So
not Darren O'Brien, because that's only 12 inches of snow, but
yeah. No, this would be 2 Darren O'Briens.
It would, and we know he only had one successful album, so
well, Heather makes candy and chocolate up there at the Bittersweet Candy Company. That's handmade, small batch, different, and delicious. Go check them out on bittersweetcandy.com. Use our code Throwback and save 10% off your order. She also has a Facebook page where you can check her out too.
Yes.
Melted Mics, MLTDMICS, meltedmics.com. Hip hop themed t-shirts brought to you by the original theme song artist of us and creative genius behind most of what we do here.
I like your disclaimer.
Pumice T. Mendola. He did the disclaimer as well. Melted Mics, our code MR Throwback Thursday saves you 10% off of your orders there.
Yes. And when we tell you they're hip hop themed, these are all lyric theme with a picture. So I wish you had your Dr. Pepper one handy, but
I have to order a new one of that because that one's faded. I wear that one so much that it's faded in the wash. Basically, it looks like the Dr. Pepper logo, but it says Fife Dog.
Yes.
And it says drink a lot of soda, so they call me Dr. Pepper,
right,
which is
down at the bottom. There'll be the Melted Mics logo.
The Melted Mics logo.
The song and the artist. So it's a really cool.
It is.
My favorite one is the Dress to Kill Cadillac.
Oh, that one's great too. But you also have Crumbs.
I do have Crumbs.
So that is Melted Mics. Go support Pumice. He does great stuff for us. Etsy.com/shop/geek like you, where the geek shall inherit the earth. Hip hop and pop culture themed items from the Sick Twisted Mind of Mr. Throwback Thursday and his sick twisted wife, Mrs. Throwback Thursday. Go to Etsy.com/shop/geek like you, where the geek shall inherit the earth.
Whether you like it or not.
It's going to happen. Might as well get on, as Ric Flair would say, whether you like it or don't like it, you better learn to love it.
That's right. It's like the Great Space Coaster. Get on board.
Get on board. No Canoes is good canoes with Gary Canoe.
Woo Canoes is good canoes.
Oh, wow. Social media network for the show, MrThrowbackThursday.com, our homepage where you can find everything associated with the show, including show notes, the Posse Wall of Fame. You can shop.
Yes,
we have a shop on there too.
I have inventory. I don't like carrying inventory.
TBT items exclusively at shop at MrThrowbackThursday.com. We do have some of our mugs available, so if you missed out,
and I think a couple bowls, but I'm not positive. I have to break into the boxes.
You could also leave us voice messages by clicking the little microphone. It's called Hit Us Up. So go check that out. You can also follow us on our Twitter handles, _MR_TBT and Bill_MR_TBT. Also my Instagram and Threads handle. Jamie is at MR Throwback Thursday on both of those as well. Like the Facebook page, Mr. Throwback Thursday, and home of the TBT Posse, where you
I've
can
been actually
interact with each other
on our Facebook page and putting things out that aren't just show.
Right. A lot of this day in hip hop and a lot of birthdays, and I've been going through and sharing them too, trying to be more active and stuff.
I'm trying. It takes me like 20 minutes to create the design because I'm very bad.
Yeah, you're better at it than I am.
It takes a very long time for me to go, okay, let me fit this. So if I miss a day or two, it's because I was doing other things and I didn't have the 20 minutes it takes a dumbass like me to create.
We are not professional creators with this stuff. We're
not.
two hacks who do what we do for fun.
Yes.
So go check out the Facebook pages,
And
like
your
I
money.
said.
We do it for your money.
We do that too. Check us out every Thursday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern on Fresh Radio at itsfreshradio.com.
Yes.
We are on right after the All Request Thursday. You can also get the Fresh Radio app for your phones and check us out that way. If you want to send us emails, go to mrthrowbackthursday@gmail.com and send it on its way.
Yes. If you only listen to the live version of the show, you should really listen on Fresh Radio one day to see how it sounds cleaned up and edited.
Yes. Shout out time.
Yay.
Shout outs to Gail Dunmeyer, Manny Baez, Sarah Henderson, John Henderson, Hugo Gonzalez, Sanket Patel, Teresa Lynn Simple Luxuries at teresalynns.com, Clay Arsenault, the Shrieking Warrior Jennifer Buchanan, Jason Heath, Jessica Walker, Shane Hatley, Ricky Schnar, Kenneth Elsfelder, Mr. Cranky Pants Brian Hollenbeck, the 2 years legendary Kevin Van Buren, Robert Jeffroy, who joined us today as well, Kate Harvey, Catherine Liska, Ken Dwinell, and Wanda Calamia. They get announced and promoted and recognized every week because
I got 5 on it.
Or more.
If you want to get your name mentioned every week, become a patron. Go to patreon.com/MRTBT or MrThrowbackThursday.com. There's a little link that says become a patron.
Yes.
You can go there too. Don't forget our friends in the industry. As always, check out 1980s Now with Will, Kat, and John. Check out Anthony, Imran, and Rug Boy over at Jock and Derd Podcast. Check out Talking Thai on What's the Word Podcast with Brooklyn Thai NYC and her webpage, BrooklynThaiNYC.com. The hardest working turntablist in the world is DJ B on It's Fresh Radio and the Fresh Radio app for your phone. Go check him out. Also, check us out on Wild One Radio at wildoneradio.com. We're on 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and all throughout the weekend on Wild One Radio. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, all of that good stuff.
Yes, do all
Go
that.
find us, share the good word, take good care of yourselves, wash your hands.
And like Flavor Flav's going to do before he goes back to school, wash your butt.
I love what you put up this week. my first wash your butt reference.
Yes.
So, see, Flav's not the only one who says
I
it.
tell you, being active.
And until next time, everybody, keep it classic.
And like Cool Keith said, I'm strictly monster with the turtlenecks like Frankenstein.
And always remember,
new school stale, old school fresh.